Here's the pre-lesson for section 4.4, day 1. Here's the intro to logs, okay? Now logs, you're just going to have to learn the do's and don'ts and the definition, and then you'll understand why they're valuable. There was a problem in the previous day's work where I said, hey, we can't solve this unless we have logs. I'm not going to talk about that yet, because I'm just introducing you to what a log is. So this right here is called an exponential equation. Now, there's pieces to this. We're going to call this the base, and I want you to understand that that is a normal size 2. Then this is the exponent, and notice that is written small. It's just what you do when you're showing a power. 2 squared, you make the 2 small. 2 to the 7th, you make the 7 small. And then this guy, we're just going to call the answer. So, if I asked you to read this, because we're basically, most of our native tongue is English, we would read it left to right, and we would say 2 cubed equals 8, or is 8. Now watch this. This is called an exponential equation. Now, I'm going to introduce you to a logarithmic equation. Now that sure sounds fancy, and it looks fancy, but my goal is to get you over that so you're not intimidated by it. Watch this. L-O-G, what does that stand for? Logarithm. Now watch this. And if I asked you, if you were in class, and I said, okay, read it, you would be stuck in the English thought process. Read it left to right. So you'd probably say something like log 2a3 or something like that. And that is not what this is. This is very interesting. See, English, you read left to right. My brother-in-law, who's from Iran, he reads right to left. So there's different ways to read. There's different languages. Logarithms are a complete different language, and I would consider it circular. But this right here, well, let me start by saying, if I was to read this, I would read it, ready for this? 2 cubed equals 8. Wait a minute, that's what this is. Exactly. You mean that's the same thing? Yes. Well, how do you know that? Here are the rules. See how this right here is the base, but it's written small. Then you go from here to here. This is the exponent, and it is written normal size. And then you go to here, and this is what I refer to as the answer. So you start here and you say 2 cubed is 8. So if I went like this, how would I read this? 10 squared equals 100. In other words, I would think of it like this, because that's what it's saying, and that's what it is. Now, I hope that helps. There's more to it, but these are the basics that you have to understand before we actually tap into some of these sample problems. Hope that helps.